Hi friends, in this session we discuss the idea of primitive roots. Before moving to that session, let us discuss something about exponents. Exponents. Recall Euler's theorem which showed that if m is a positive integer and a is an integer co-prime to m, then a raised to phi of m is congruent to 1 mod m. Thus, there exist positive integers t such that at congruent to 1 mod m. The smallest such t is called the exponent of a mod m. Here we shall be interested in the case when exponent of integers a mod m is phi of m. Definition. Let m greater than 1 be an integer and a another integer. A positive integer h is called the exponent of a modulo m if h is the smallest positive integer such that a raised to h is congruent to 1 mod m. Example 1. The exponent of 3 modulo 5 is 4. 3 raised to 1 is congruent to 3 mod 5. 3 square congruent to 4 mod 5. 3 cube congruent to 2 mod 5. 3 raised to 4 congruent to 1 mod 5. Example 2. The exponent of 2 modulo 8 is not defined. 2 raised to 1 is congruent to 2 mod 8. 2 square is congruent to 4 mod 8. 2 cube is congruent to 0 mod 8. In fact, 2 raised to n is congruent to 0 mod 8 for every n greater than or equal to 3. Consider 3. 3 raised to 1 is congruent to 3 mod 8. 3 square is congruent to 1 mod 8 and hence exponent of 3 mod 8 is 2. The following theorem shall explain why some integers have no exponent assigned to them modulo a given integer. Theorem 1. Let a be an integer having exponent h modulo m, that is a raised to h congruent to 1 mod m. Then the following hold. GCD of am is equal to 1, that is a and m are co-prime. If a raised to k is equal to 1 mod m for some integer k, then h divides k. If a is congruent to b mod m, then b has exponent h modulo m. A raised to I congruent to a raised to j mod m if and only if I is congruent to j mod h. Proof 1. Let d greater than 0 be a common divisor of a and m. Then d divides a and d divides m. Since a raised to h is congruent to 1 mod m, a raised to h is equal to 1 plus lambda m for some integer lambda. Now, d divides a implies d divides a raised to h. Also, d divides m too. Therefore, d divides a raised to h minus lambda m, which is equal to 1, which implies d is equal to 1. 2. If a raised to k congruent to 1 mod m, then by definition of the exponent k greater than or equal to h and by division algorithm k is equal to h cube plus r, 0 less than or equal to r less than h. Therefore, a raised to k is equal to a raised to h cube plus r, which is equal to a raised to h q into a raised to r. 1 is congruent to 1 raised to q into a raised to r mod m, which is equal to 1 congruent to a raised to r mod m. Equation number 1. But r less than h and h is the exponent of a mod m. So, 1 holds only when r is equal to 0, which implies k is equal to hq or h divides k. 3. Let a congruent to b mod m. A raised to t congruent to b raised to t mod m. A raised to t congruent to 1 mod m if and only if b raised to t congruent to 1 mod m. That is, a and b have same exponent h modulo m. 4. A raised to I congruence to a raised to j mod m, which implies a raised to mod I minus j congruent to 1 mod m, which implies h divides mod I minus j by 2, which implies I is congruent to j mod h. Note that as a consequence of 4, we have 1, a square, etc. a raised to h minus 1 are mutually incongruent mod m. Theorem 2. If a has exponent h modulo m, then a raised to k has exponent h by d, where d is equal to GCD of h comma k. Proof. Let a raised to k has exponent t mod m, a raised to kt congruent to 1 mod m. Also, a has exponent h mod m, which implies h divides kt by theorem 1, 2. Since d is equal to GCD of h comma k, there exist integers h1, k1 such that h is equal to dh1, k is equal to dk1, where GCD of h1 k1 is equal to 1. Now, h divides kt implies h1d divides k1 dt, which implies h1 k1 t, which implies h1 divides t, since GCD of h1 k1 is equal to 1, which implies h by d divides t. Question number 2. Also, a raised to k whole raised to h by d is equal to a raised to k whole raised to h1, which is equal to a raised to k1d whole raised to h1, which is equal to a raised to h1d whole raised to k1, which is equal to a raised to h raised to k1, which is congruent to 1 mod m, which implies t divides h by d. Equation number 3. From 2 and 3, t is equal to h by d. Corollary 1. Let a have exponent h modulo m, then a raised to k has exponent h modulo m if and only if GCD of hk is equal to 1. Definition. If an integer a has exponent phi of m modulo m a positive integer, then we say that a is a primitive root modulo m, or a is a primitive root belonging to m. Example 3. List the primitive roots modulo 6. Now, phi of 6 is equal to 2 and any integer mod 6 is congruent to 1 of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Therefore, the primitive roots mod 6 will be amongst 2, 3, 4, 5. But then 2 square congruent to 4 mod 6, 3 square congruent to 3 mod 6 and 4 square congruent to 2 mod 6, 5 square congruent to 1 mod 6. Thus, 5 is the only primitive root mod 6. From theorem 1, it follows that to find primitive roots modulo a given integer m, one must look for the integer greater than 1 that are smaller than m and co-prime to m. Example 4. List the primitive roots modulo 7. Here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all co-prime to 7. Hence, we must find the primitive roots mod 7 amongst these integers. Also, phi of 7 is equal to 6. Now, 2 square congruent to 4 mod 7 and 2 cube congruent to 1 mod 7. Therefore, 2 is not a primitive root mod 7. 3 square congruent to 2 mod 7, 3 cube congruent to 6 mod 7, 3 raised to 4 congruent to 4 mod 7, 3 raised to 5 congruent to 5 mod 7 and 3 raised to 6 congruent to 1 mod 7, which implies 3 is a primitive root mod 7. As 4 square congruent to 2 mod 7 and 4 cube congruent to 1 mod 7, 4 cannot be a prime root mod 7. Also, 5 square congruent to 4 mod 7, 5 cube congruent to 6 mod 7, 5 raised to 4 congruent to 2 mod 7, 5 raised to 5 congruent to 3 mod 7, 5 raised to 6 congruent to 1 mod 7. Hence, 5 is also a primitive root mod 7. Now, 6 square congruent to 1 mod 7, 6 cannot be a primitive root mod 7. Hence, 3 and 5 are the only primitive roots mod 7. Example 5. List all primitive roots modulo 8. Since phi of 8 is equal to 4 and 1, 3, 5, 7 are co-prime to 8, hence possible primitive roots can be 3, 5 or 7. As 3 square congruent to 1 mod 8, 5 square congruent to 1 mod 8, 7 square congruent to 1 mod 8, none of 3, 5, 7 is primitive root mod 8. Hence, there exists no primitive roots mod 8. Theorem 4. If A is a primitive root modulo m, then 1, a square, etc. a raised to phi of m minus 1 is a reduced residue system modulo m. Proof. Since A is a primitive root mod m, which implies GCD of am is equal to 1, which implies GCD of a raised to k m is equal to 1 for every k, 1 less than or equal to k less than or equal to phi of m. Also, 1, a square, etc. a raised to phi of m minus 1 are incongruent mod m. Since a raised to I congruent to a raised to j mod m, 1 less than or equal to I comma j less than or equal to phi of m minus 1, phi of m divides modulus of I minus j, which is not possible since I minus j less than phi of m. Let r be an integer co-prime to m. We must show r is congruent to a raised to h for some h, 1 less than or equal to h less than or equal to phi of m minus 1. For this, let a1, a2, etc. a phi of m be the reduced residue system mod m having all integers less than or equal to m co-prime to m and r an integer co-prime to m. Then r is congruent to aj mod m for some unique j, 1 less than or equal to j less than or equal to phi of m. Equation number 4. Also, for every 1 less than or equal to k less than or equal to phi of m minus 1, there exists a unique t such that a raised to k congruent to at mod m. Thus, if aj congruent to a raised to h mod m, 1 less than or equal to h less than or equal to phi of m minus 1, equation number 5, then r is congruent to a raised to h mod m from 4 and 5. Consequently, 1, a, etc. a raised to phi of m minus 1 is a reduced residue system mod m. Theorem 5. If an integer m has a primitive root belonging to it, then there are phi of m primitive roots belonging to it. Proof. Let a be a primitive root belonging to m. Then by theorem 4, 1, a square, etc. a raised to phi of m minus 1 is a reduced residue system mod m. If b is any other primitive root mod m, then GCD of bm is equal to 1. Since 1, a, etc. a raised to phi of m minus 1 is reduced residue system modulo m, which implies there exists a t such that b is congruent to a raised to 1 mod m, 1 less than t less than phi of m minus 1. b is a primitive root if and only if GCD of t phi of m is equal to 1 and number of such t is phi of m. Thus, m can have phi of m primitive roots belonging to it. Primitive roots modulo a prime. Here, we determine all integers that have primitive roots belonging to them. Since integer greater than 1 has a unique prime factorization, it is natural for us to determine first if each prime has a primitive root belonging to it. Theorem 6. There exists at least one primitive root modulo each prime p greater than or equal to 3. Proof. Let p be a prime greater than or equal to 3. We want to determine integers that have exponent phi of p is equal to p minus 1 mod p. If a is any integer having exponent n modulo p, then GCD of AP is equal to 1. A raised to p minus 1 is congruent to 1 mod p by Fermat's little theorem. Therefore, n divides p minus 1 by theorem 1. Conversely, for any divisor m of p minus 1, the polynomial congruence x raised to m is congruent to 1 mod p. Equation number 6 has at most m mutually incongruent solutions. Let b an integer having exponent m mod p. Then b is a solution of 6. In fact, 1, b, b square, etc. b raised to m minus 1 are all the solutions of 6 modulo p. Therefore, 6 cannot have any other solution other than 1, b, b square, etc. b raised to m minus 1. Thus, any integer a having exponent m mod p must be a power of b. But then, if c is equal to b raised to r, c has exponent m mod p if and only if GCD of Rm is equal to 1. Thus, only phi of m integers among 1, b, b square, etc. b raised to m minus 1 have exponent m mod p. This means the number of integers having exponent m mod p is phi of m, if there exists an integer having exponent m mod p. Now, let nt is equal to number of integers k which have exponent t mod p, 1 less than or equal to k less than or equal to p minus 1. And if there is no integer having exponent t mod p, then nt is equal to 0. Since each integer k 1 less than or equal to k less than or equal to p minus 1 has some exponent m mod p such that m divides p minus 1. P minus 1 is equal to sigma over t divides p minus 1 nt. Also, p minus 1 is equal to sigma t divides p minus 1 phi of t. Hence, sigma t divides p minus 1 nt is equal to sigma t divides p minus 1 phi of t, which is equal to p minus 1. Equation number 7. If an nt greater than 0, then by above nt is equal to phi of t. Otherwise, nt less than or equal to phi of t. Combining with 7, we get phi of t is equal to nt for every t. In particular, phi of p minus 1 is equal to np minus 1. That is, np minus 1 is equal to phi of p minus 1, which implies there exists at least one primitive root mod p for each prime p greater than or equal to 3. Example 6. Let p is equal to 7. Then phi of p minus 1 is equal to phi of 6, which is equal to 2. Implies 7 has two primitive roots belonging to it. It is easy to verify that 3 and 5 are both the primitive roots mod 7. Example 7. We illustrate proof of theorem 6 by taking phi of p minus 1 is equal to 16 and divisors of 16 are 1, 2, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 raised to 4. Set of integers having exponent 1 mod 17 is set 1 and phi of 1 is equal to 1, which is equal to n1. Exponent 2 mod 17 is set 16 and phi of 2 is equal to 1, which is equal to n2. Exponent 4 mod 17 is set 413 and phi of 4 is equal to 2, which is equal to n4. Exponent 8 mod 17 is set 2, 8, 9, 12 and phi of 8 is equal to 4, which is equal to n8. And exponent 16 mod 17 is set 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 14, 15 and phi of 16 is equal to 8, which is equal to n16. Thus, p is equal to 17 has 8 primitive roots belonging to it. Now let us summarize. Here we begin with the idea of exponents, which are the stepping stones for primitive roots. With numerous examples and theorems, we expanded the concept of primitive roots and primitive roots modulo A prime. Before moving to the next session, let us try to answer the following questions. List all primitive roots modulo 5, modulo 10, modulo 12 and modulo 16. If exponent of A modulo P, PA prime is 3, then show that the exponent of A plus 1 mod P is 6. Find all the primitive roots modulo 13 and express each as a power of some one of these roots. Prove that if P is a prime and GCD of A P is equal to 1, which is equal to GCD of n P minus 1, then x raised to n is congruent to A mod P has only one solution. Hope you enjoyed the session. See you next time. Till then, goodbye.